Hi everyone, my name is Steph, this is the Novelty Corner, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to my June reset video. I wish I could say that I would have fancy B-roll footage and things like that, but I probably won't. Because what even has been the month of May? I don't even know. It is the 26th of May, so I am filming this obviously 5 days early, and that does make it a little bit tricky, but at the same time, in order for this video to go up in time, it needs to be filmed a little bit earlier. So we're gonna roll with it, and we're gonna embrace the chaos as per usual. So in June, I'm taking part in the Amazing Readathon, and I will not lie and say that this has not already stressed me out. I cannot, with people speculating on the country prompts, it's hurting my brain. I've had to stop looking at people posting theories because I don't care. I don't know. Anyway, I've planned out plenty of options for the sightseeing prompts, and I figure that the 10 actual prompts that drop through the month, I will just find something to read. It's fine. It's not that complicated, right? So that's been on my mind. And it also kind of made this reset a bit, well, I had to think about if I was going to keep the same format for my reset, because obviously I'm going to be having random prompts dropped through the month about what I should read. But I did kind of want to keep the usual things that I would normally try and include the normal elements of this reset into this video. So we'll see how we go. I always try and include the stats for the month. So as of the 26th of May today, I have read 52 books, 7,371 pages. I've mostly read picture books this month because I've been trying to read through the shortlist for the Children's Book Council Awards, and I also had a pile of books that I hadn't read that I needed to read because I need to review them at some point on my other channel. And I've had 0 rereads. This is very unusual for me. I think it's really evident of the kind of month that I've had, that even the thought of a reread has not worked for me because my brain is just not in that space. That also tells you that I didn't reread Silver Silence, which was supposed to be my annotation book for the month. I may still get to it this week, but I highly doubt it because I have to write reports this week, and so that's not happening. So anyway, this is by far and away, despite the high book count, it's actually my worst reading month of the year. And that makes me really sad. It really does, because I want to read. I've been so tired and I just haven't had the capacity to do it. And yeah, that does impact all of my stats for everything else. So for my bingo board from hell, this is the bingo board, you know, inspired by Lianne from Literary Diversions. I'm going to go through it. I did get some stars, like it wasn't all bad, but I would have liked to have made an impact on some more areas than I did, but clearly I did not. For the square of reading 12 audiobooks, I read 4 audiobooks in the month and I'm up to 35, so I have not quite hit another star yet. I need to listen to one more audiobook to do that. In terms of reading my 50% of my pre-2024 TBR, I read 3 books this month. I DNF'd another 2, so that takes me to 30.6%. So I'm, you know, just under 20% of the way away from hitting that goal, which is great. I'm hoping to get through more of those books this month because what I want to prioritize for all of the sightseeing prompts is my physical TBR. For my rereads prompts, I read 0. I reread 0 books, so I'm still at 23. So no new stars there. For the prompt to read 12 middle grade titles, I am now at 25, which takes me past the benchmark for my 2nd star. So yay, I've got a star. For the challenge to read 80% of my set TBR each month, I actually read 10 out of 11 books. There were a couple of DNFs in there, but DNFs count because I started them and I didn't read them. So I read 10, which means I did get another star for this month. Excellent. This square has been the most motivating thing to read books that I actually put on my TBR, but also just that serotonin hit of accomplishing a task. Then there is the square to finish or catch up on series. These are the 12 series that I was supposed to read this year. I'm currently up to 9 series finished, so I haven't reached the star yet, but it does mean I only have 3 series left to read. Again, I'm hoping to hit most of them during June. For my non-fiction square, where I'm supposed to read 9 books, I'm now at 13, so I'm obviously not near the next star yet, but I think I did read 1 non-fiction book. I think it was a picture book, but it was non-fiction, so it counted. I did not add anything to my Friends Choose My TBR square this month, and hallelujah, I have cleared my NetGalley TBR. My NetGalley TBR is done. It's done and dusted. It's gone. We get a star. Yay! So for this, I did read 1 book and I did DNF another book. All in all, very successful all around. What I will say is that at the end of June, I've actually come up with a plan because I'm going to be modifying or changing some of the prompts on this board. I'm hoping to hit a few more of them before I do it. If I don't hit them, what I will do is I will let you know what is going to replace that square when I do achieve it, just so that I'm challenging myself through the month, because obviously I've only got a couple of squares that I haven't got any stars on yet. So the point of having a challenge is for it to be a challenge. There are allowed to be some quick wins on there, but I do thrive off of a challenge. So there will be some modifications at the end of June, so stay tuned for that. In June, I really only have one other reading challenge that I'm going to actively participate in besides the Amazing Readathon, and that is the Buzzwordathon Readathon. And thank you to Heather, who recommended Sugar Sugar by Lady Marie to me. I needed a book that has repeating words in the title, so I'm going to go with this one. But I also had a stack of recommendations from both Heather and Shae about things to read, so I have plenty of options that I can potentially also incorporate. So fingers crossed. I'm gonna say Sugar Sugar, but there are other options if I get stuck. But I've been meaning to read more Lady Marie anyway. I don't currently have any other priority reads for June, and the only review book that I have comes out on June 11, and that is Lace 'Em Up by Elise Faber. I can't even remember signing up to get a review copy of this, and it just turned up the other day, so that tells you where my brain is. But it is a hockey romance. All right, then we come to the Annotation Project, which obviously I failed this month, but that's okay. It's Silver Silence. I will reread that at some point anyway. So we currently have 5 cards left, and once these cards are done, I will do a new set. So let's just go with the middle one. Oh, this is going to be an interesting one this month. The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet by Becky Chambers. I've actually been meaning to read this book. All right, then for my KU project, which is to read the oldest book on my KU TBR, I have Ranger by Rebecca Sharp. This one Kirsty had recommended, I think in one of her, or I saw on Kirsty's Instagram that she'd read it. And so I'm intrigued. I'm hoping I can fit this into the Amazing Readathon TBR somewhere. All right, then we have Kindle Backlist. Got a star. Forgive me. Literally, that's gonna focus. Anyway, I don't know what this is. Let's open up Kindle and find out, shall we? Ah, I've already read it. Okay, so new star. That one was by Kale White. I think maybe was that one that I read for one of my try chapter videos. The other thing that I know is I've also recently gone through and cleared out my Kindle unread books. So it's taking me a while now when I'm pulling things out to find things that I still actually own. Let's not break things. Waiting for it. I think this is an Allyson Lindt book. Yeah, Allyson Lindt. So this is a throuple story, and I've had mixed results with Allyson Lindt books, so this might be the last time that we try an Allyson Lindt book. Next up we have our rare spinner wheel. Let's go. Ooh, Nana Malone. That's an entire series. Okay. Pause please. So that is the Gentleman Rogue series, which I have 3 books and a novella. So we're going to see if we can fit these into the Amazing Readathon TBR. And then last but not least, we have my new wheel, which is my middle fiction / young adult fiction spinner wheel. That's just to get through some of the books that I own. Oh my gosh, thank you. This is the best possible outcome for this one. So this is the 27th Annual African Hippopotamus Race by Maurice Lurie. It is this big. This was actually recommended to me by one of my trainers for my literacy course as a great book club book for young readers, so I'm really excited to get to try this one. So that is my set TBR for this month. Because of the Amazing Readathon, obviously I'm not going to set anything else. I do have an entire pile of books that are by queer authors that I'm going to put as potential pile of possibility books. They are going to go in the basket. So when you see them, please don't freak out. I may or may not get to them, but I wanted to have them in the basket so that they're there and ready to go and I can just grab them and I don't have to search for them. None of them are counting as things that I have to read during the month, so they're not going to count towards that 80% of my reading for the month. Just the things that I've talked about previously, they're going to count for my own sake and my own sanity. So yes, now we'll cut to me resetting my basket. And now that we're done with the basket, I will include a bunch of things, including my filming schedule reset. I'm not going to be filming my journal processes, but I will show you the different spreads that I have set up. I've had to try and do things at odd hours, including really late at night, just to get things ready to go. But I will show you what has been done with those. And then hopefully in June, I have a little bit more space. Particularly, I'll be on holidays for the next reset, so it'll be a little bit calmer, I think. Thank you very much for watching. I hope that you have enjoyed this. If you are participating in the Amazing Readathon, feel free to let me know down below. Otherwise, feel free to share something that you're excited to read in the upcoming month. I hope that wherever you are in the world, you're staying safe and healthy, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye, everyone.